Hey guys, good morning. Cheers. Greetings from my favorite city in the world, San Francisco. Hope everyone's having a great day or whatever time you happen to be watching this. I've been very busy working on the new markdillon.com, which I really cannot wait to show you guys. Anywho, today's question, this morning I should say, uh, is from Henry. He says, Mark, I've seen a few of your scenes, but what has turned me into a fan and a follower is your advice videos. You are wise beyond your years. I would like your opinion about my situation. I'm in my mid 40s and my business has been very successful. My husband and I are at the point where we never have to worry about money. Since I came out in my early 20s, I have had a lukewarm relationship with my parents at best, and no relationship with my brother. He has been very judgmental and borderline hateful towards me because of my sexuality. To make a long story short, my brother and his family are struggling financially. My mother, in particular, is insistent that I help him. I must say there are times when I have wanted to volunteer a gift, but my husband is absolutely against this. Even my friends are 50-50 about it. What would you do if you were in my place? Oh, good one, Henry. That's a tough one. That's really a toughie because it kind of shows you the two sides of human nature, right? There's this forgiving, graceful, compassionate side that even when somebody hasn't been good to us, there's that thing that kind of rises up and says it's just the right thing to do to help them. Forget about what the individual person has done to me, but I just feel this is right and that's why I want to help them. And then there's also the side that, this person is just they're just they've been so horrible to me. They've caused me so much pain. I'm kind of glad to see life is giving them some payback. They're on the receiving end of some of this uh, energy they've been pumping out. And this is something I've said in many blogs. In one way or another, I, I believe the energy you create in life finds its way back to you. It may not be directly, it may not be in the exact form or fashion you created it, but if you're pumping out bad energy and hatefulness and this kind of stuff, it'll eventually come back to you. You will have some sort of struggle in your life. Now, uh, before I give you my answer about this, I think also your mother, uh, she may have some boundary issues. I think if she's one of these that is consistently telling you what you have to do and making you feel guilty for not helping your brother, instead of coming to you and saying, "Look, your brother's struggling. If you could help him, that would be great." But if she's one of these, if she's a travel agent for guilt trips, you need to explain to her, "Mom, this is my money. Where were your lectures to him when he was being hateful to me, being mean spirited, causing trouble?" So please understand there is a healthy boundary. This decision will be made by me and my husband. Now, Henry, if I was in your place, what would I do? Knowing me, I would probably have to give him some money, but it would not be unconditional. There would be two type of conditions to get my help. First and foremost, he's going to have to come over a couple times, have a couple dinners or have a couple lunches, whatever it is, sit down with me and my husband and listen to just how hurtful he's been, how his actions have caused me suffering, how I wished I could have had a brother that I could have had a good relationship with, who I wish did not was not so negative towards me because of the way I was born. And he would have to hear this, and he would have to participate in this conversation. He would have to make some effort to understand that he's caused me harm. I would not make giving him the money conditional upon his reaction. He doesn't have to say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. This was the worst thing," because that doesn't happen overnight. But he's going to have to come over, sit down, and talk about it. And then eventually, I think it would sink in. But getting the money is conditional upon him coming over and at least hearing my side of the story. Then, after I presented that to him, I would sit down with my husband and say, "Listen, you may not like us, but we built a fabulous life together. We're glad we're in a position that we can help you. And even though you have been really bad to us, we're going to help you. Here's the money, no strings. It's a gift. It's not a loan. I hope it helps you. So that's what I would do, Henry, because that way at least I would feel like I did the right thing as a good person, regardless of what he does. And then also he may, you said he and his family are struggling, so that means there's kids involved, and I don't think kids should ever suffer the effects of their parents' poor financial habits. That's really, really terrible. So if you're in a position to help them, especially, that's a good thing. Now, so we've talked about whether or not I would help. Of course, I would help, but just I want you to pause for a second and think about what you can do to really help him, because just the idea of should we give him money has been the thing on the forefront of your mind, because of all the things he's done to you. But what you really need to be thinking is, now that we're going to give him some money to help, uh, what can we do to make sure that this money is really of utility to him? Are we going to just give it to him and let him keep the same behavior patterns and same habits that are causing this financial trouble? So, part of sitting down with him, you need to figure out, obviously, you're a very bright guy. You've built a successful business. You've got a lot of money. Sit down with him and figure out what it is that's causing these problems, so that not only do you lend him the benefit of your money, but of your wisdom and experience also. Figure out, what does he have a problem with running up credit card debt, buying stuff he doesn't have money for? Then you need to sit down and say, look, part of me giving you this money is you have to go through some financial literacy class and learn how to manage money. And I'm gonna, before I give you this money, I want to see you've completed a class. Or if the problem is maybe he's a low income earner, then you need to sit down and say, listen, what can I do to help you so that in 5 years from now, in 3 years from now, you're earning, double what you're making now. If I can help you get into, if I need to help you pay for some classes, I'll do it. If I need to send you to some sort of trade school, I'll do it. If you need some career coaching, we can help you with that. That kind of a thing. So I think you should lend him not only the benefit of some financial assistance, but also as a brother, pull him aside and say, listen, I'm glad I'm in a position to give you the money, but I also think there's some things we can do so that you'll never be in this position again. And here they are. So Henry, that's my opinion, and that's exactly how I would do it. Now, I don't know, if your partner will, or your husband will be as likely to go along with that, but I would present it to him in maybe a little bit different way and say, listen, this is not about my brother. This is not about what he's done to me or to us. To be honest with you, he's been really lousy. I'm not sure I could warm up to him if we were cremated together. But this is not about that. This is about me doing what I feel is right as a person. So as my husband, I'd like you to support me. There you go, Henry. I hope this helps you. That's my 2 cents. It might be worth what you paid for it. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Keep a lookout for the new markdillon.com. Good morning.